Euroyard back, the ESC Top 400 rolls on. So, if you watched our last video a few days ago, we gave you the first 100 songs. We did them in batches of 25. And now we move on to the next batch of 25 as we get into the 200s now in the top 400 list. So we're starting to make our way towards the top. But to remind you, how did we get to the scores? How did we get to these rankings? Well, Euroyard, we have watched every single Eurovision song. Some of them you couldn't watch, you could just listen to, but we did it. We have 1,757 songs on the list because we watched one of the semifinals that I consider a semifinal because it was a semifinal. And we rate the songs based on overall impression and engagement, vocals, composition and lyrics, and staging. You mash all of that together, and this is what you get. You get all 1,757 songs ranked. I know where they're all ranked, but I'm going to show you the top 400. So today we are worried about songs number 300 to number 276. So let's get to number 300 right now. And this one, big shock. We got a lot of Portugal on this list. This is Portugal 1965 at number 300. Sol de Inverno by Simão de Oliveira. The song title means Winter Sun. We had another Simão de Oliveira song earlier in this list. It was about Portuguese corn husking. Desfolhada Portuguesa. This song was earlier chronologically. I really liked Simone's vocals in this one, and it was just pretty. You know what? Sometimes a song is just pretty, and you just like it. And you can't put your finger on why you like it, but you just like it. And that's why this one's here. So number 299, now finally in the 200s on this list. We go to France in 2021. The song is Voila by Barbara Pravi, and the song title means either There It Is or Here I Am, depending on your interpretation of it. Now, what did I say before? Said it in the last video, going to say it in a future video. France knows what they're good at. Here is yet another example. So Barbara, she put a lot into this performance. It seemed like a very simple staging concept and performance, but it was deceptively simple, I think. I think in that simplicity, it allowed her to shine, and shine she did. And when you can sing, and when you can sing as well as that, the rest doesn't really matter. But I think the staging allowed us all to focus just in on her. And I think that stylistically, that was the right call. So now we go to Sweden, 1998 for song number 298 on the list. This is Charlotte Air by Jill Johnson. The song title in Swedish means Love Is. So this one was just working for me. Jill had a big voice. It might not be the most exciting song that you'll hear or that you'll see on this list, but she had the vocal power to pull this one off. I think a lesser singer would have struggled to get this song up onto the top 400 list, but I don't think she was a lesser singer. Speaking of people who can sing, number 297, this is Malta 1998, Chiara's song, The One That I Love. So this was Chiara's first appearance of 3 at Eurovision. I'm not sure how great the underlying song itself was, but do not question her ability. There's a reason that she has both a second place and a third place finish in the contest. This, by the way, was her third place finish. Her vocals in this one are good, but there's another song that she has where the song just builds up even more and lets her fully show off her power. This one gets kind of there, but not all the way there. But it was still good because she is a star. Now, number 296, we go to Ireland in 1990. The song is called Somewhere in Europe by Liam Riley. So sometimes when they sing at the piano in this contest, they don't necessarily always put a lot of oomph into the vocals. Well, Liam did not have that problem. He had plenty of oomph throughout the whole 3 minutes. I wouldn't necessarily compare him to Billy Joel, but it was pretty good. So for number 295, we say hello to Yugoslavia. Their 1974 entry, and by the way, the 1974 contest was a great contest. You're going to see a lot of 1974 on here. So the song is called Generacja 42, or Generation 42. This song is about World War II. The 42 is 1942. So the lead singer, he really belted it out. It's always better, though, when the song has a meaning behind it. And this was no weak pop song by any stretch of the imagination. So singing about a war, it's always going to get a reaction. But unfortunately for Yugoslavia in this era of the Eurovision Song Contest, it wasn't uncommon for them to do poorly no matter how good the song was. So that is why we're doing this list, in part to set the record straight and tell you what the good songs were. So now number 294, this is North Macedonia 2019. The song is called Proud. So this is one of the country's best entries for sure. And it actually stood a chance of winning the contest back in 2019. Now, I just generally speaking, I don't like when the LED screen staging involves the image of the singer. It just seems kind of lazy, no matter who's doing it. But there is no denying her vocal abilities. And this song was about women's empowerment, amongst other things, and it made a big impression. So now we go to 1991, España. Their song at number 293 is Bailar Pegados by Sergio Dalma. The song title means to dance closely. So I was invested in his singing. You could tell that he had a little bit of a vocal fry going on. Not too bad, but you could tell it was there. What he also had was a lot of energy. He poured a lot into this song, and the lyrics had some imagery like dancing in your volcano, and I wonder if that's a metaphor for something. Number 292, we go light here, Switzerland 1976. The song is called Jambo Jambo by Peter, Sue, and Mark. Now, Jambo Jambo, that doesn't mean anything. That's just the name of the clown in the song. It's about a clown. So Peter, Sue, and Mark, let me tell you about them. They went to Eurovision a number of times for Switzerland. They are among the groups or the singers that I did a 180 on because I scored these songs, I believe, 5 times through. And the first time I did it, I wasn't really a fan. But then by the 5th time, it's like I've kind of accepted them and what they're doing. Now, I usually don't do folk music, but for whatever reason, this one just kind of worked. It had a pleasant melody. So I'm like, yeah, this is pretty good. Yeah. And we go back to the former Yugoslav Republic of Macedonia, 2012. Number 291, the song is called Cerno I Bello by Calliope. The song title means black and white. So this one certainly deserved better than 13th place. And yes, she did sing well, but I appreciate that this song really came in with a left hook. So you think it's going to be a slow ballad, but then the beat and the energy, they pick up quite a bit. And then we got some violin rock in there for good measure. So now we go to Monaco, 1978, number 290 on the list. The song is called Le Jardin de Monaco, and the song title means The Gardens of Monaco. And I loved the intro and the melody, honestly. From start to finish, I thought the composition was really good. As for the duet, they harmonized well. They seemed to be a good match for each other's vocal abilities. So I think overall, a really solid job here by Monaco. In the 70s, Monaco really brought it. They only won once, but they had some really good songs. So number 289 on the list, we go to Russia, back to the 2019 contest. This was Scream by Sergei Lazarev. Now, when Sergei came to the Eurovision Song Contest, especially the first time, he came with staging. That first entry really brought the heat in that regard. This one wasn't bad either. I think Sergei is probably the best performer that they ever sent to the contest. Do with that information whatever you want. Now, like I said before with North Macedonia's song a few songs ago, I could have done without him using his own image in the staging. But they almost made up for it with putting him in that rainy box. I thought that was a really good visual there. Now, number 288, we go to Finland, 1987. The song is called Sata Salama by Vicky Rosti. So the song title means 100 lightnings. So it's a little offensive to me that this came in 15th, to be completely honest with you. I enjoyed the hell out of this. It was good and upbeat, and it had the 80s hairdo. And yeah, the climax of the song, it really brought me in. The song seemed to have a progression that it went through. So yes, I liked it. So number 287, we back up 1 year to Denmark's 1986 entry. The song is called Du er fuld af løgn, and that means you're full of lies. Now, for a song that's about being full of lies, there was a lot of happy dancing in this one. And oh my God, is this one catchy. You got to watch out for songs like this when you get 80s music, because you're going to want to shake your ass in your chair. And I don't know who you're going to be around when it happens, but if you listen to this song, you will not be able to resist. Now, number 286, Turkey's back with their 2008 entry. This one is called Deli, and that means insane. No, not delicatessen, it means insane. So, I mean, God, what great alternative rock this is. If this song were in English, this totally would have been on radio stations in the US back in the day. The sound of the song is just addictive. It is absolutely one of Turkey's better efforts. They sent some other rock songs. This is definitely one of their better ones, for sure. I really like this one. Now to number 285. This is the Netherlands in 1980. The song's called Amsterdam by Maggie McNeil. And this song, it could have been written by Amsterdam's tourism board. I don't know that it wasn't. But whatever the case may be, I've been a fan of Maggie McNeil's work through this contest. She is a good performer. Now, after I watched the 1980 contest for the first time, I definitely hummed the chorus to this song a few times. So it had some staying power. Now at number 284, we go to the United Kingdom, their 1972 entry, Beg, Steal, or Borrow by the New Seekers. And this was yet another second place for the UK. Don't worry, they'll have many more. It was a perfect fit, this song, for its time period. Now, back in the day when the British would send some of their top tier acts, they really were hitting every year. That's why if you look at our all-time scoreboard, you're going to see the British still at the top as of 2026. Not to spoil it, but they're still at the top. And that's because back in this era, they were hitting on good songs basically every year. This was no different. They were a potential winner of this contest. I think they might have won if it wasn't for an all-time great song standing in their way. Now, I am prepared to accept your discrediting for this one, but we go to Belgium 2023. For song number 283 on the list, this is Because of You by Gustav. Again, I am prepared to accept your downvotes for this one, and I was skeptical of this song at first, but my last time through scoring this contest, I was practically voguing in my chair. And as we know, this song has a great message behind it. So there you go. Number 282, what a shock. It's Portugal, 2008. Their song Senhora do Mar, and that means Lady of the Sea. So now the imagery, the staging, it really fit the theme. It felt like we were floating through the ocean. And let me tell you, she is a good singer. But one thing that's underrated about these songs that I want to highlight, because we don't often highlight the backing vocalists, but I really do think that the backing vocalists in the song complemented the lead singer very well. Sometimes you can just forget that the backers are even there, but in this case, I noticed them, and I think they really played off of her very well. Number 281 on the list, this is France, 1997, Sentiment Songe by Fanny, and the song means dream feelings. Now, lyrically, the song was interesting. For example, discovering love without the beautiful manners, quote unquote. Now, keep in mind that she was only, I think, about 17 when she performed this song, but she had a very polished and professional stage presence that's honestly impressive. Now, sadly, Fanny passed away late in 2025. At a very young age. So very unfortunate, but she did a great job in this song. And we're taking it way back now to 1958, Belgium for number 280. This is Ma Petite Chat by Fou La Claire. The song title means My Little Kitty. And Fou La Claire, he is another one on whom I've done a complete 180 since I started listening to Eurovision. My first time listening, I was unimpressed. I was like, this is not my kind of guy. But I have warmed up to him over the years. And now I just consider Leclerc as one of the staples of those early contests. I believe he was at 4 of them between 1956 and 1962. So the beginning of this song, it's kind of ordinary, but the chorus really sells it. And I think for 1958, they might have said that this was a swinging song. I don't know if that's what they said. I wasn't there, so I don't know. But if they did, that's probably what they would say. So now for number 279, we go to Israel, 1988. The song is called Ben Adam, and that means human being. So you got accordions and you got a proper dance outfit by the lead singer. That right there is a good start. But this song, it had a good chorus that seemed to get better and more catchy as the song went on. I think the song was well structured. It gave you something to sink your teeth into early. And then it really started cranking it up at the end. It started getting faster and more engaging. So now, number 278, a personal favorite of mine. This is Portugal, 1988. The song is called Voltarei by Dora. The song title means I'll come back. I love this song. If I could have put this in the top 100 without overly cheating, I would have. Was the song perfect? No. But it had what I consider grandeur. It had big vocals. It had a moving melody. And it immediately stayed with me. So now we've had a lot of Portugal in the early part of this list. But to me, this is one of my favorite entries that they sent. And Dora is just great. So 2 to go now. Number 277. This is the UK. Again, that great 1985 contest shows up. This is Love Is by Vicky. Now, you had the Swedish song earlier, Charlotte and Air, which means Love Is. And now you have this song, which is literally Love Is. It is just a coincidence, but a funny one. Maybe the sound of the song, some people might have considered it a little bit dated. But was it bad? Absolutely not. I loved how clear Vicky's vocals were and that the song just took me to another time and place. And now wrapping up this batch of 25, we have song number 276. This is Austria, 1965. This is Sag ihr, ich lass sie grüßen, or Tell Her That I Send My Love, or Tell Her That I Send My Regards, by the late, great Udo Jürgens. Now, Udo was the early king of piano at Eurovision. He practically wrote the book on it, if there was a book. So all of his songs were sentimental. And not only could he play the piano, and not only could he compose, but he could also sing. And the good news for him is that he wouldn't have to wait very long to win Eurovision. He wouldn't win it this year, but he would win it soon. But where does that song rank on the list? It's on the list, but I'm not telling you where it is. You're going to have to watch here at Euroyard. Like and subscribe. Follow us on social media. We'll see you soon.